How y'all doing today? My name's Ayin. Today's topic of discussion is nobody cares what side of the bed you woke up on. Nobody cares what side of the bed you woke up on. I'm actually using this topic of discussion off of a presentation that I put together as in giving a talk at Attitudes in the Workplace. It's part of a presentation that I'm doing. And one of the aspects of that, or portions of that presentation I'm talking about is with your attitude being in the workplace. A lot of people, and it's not just in the workplace, just in life in general, they have this meism about me about, I'm going through what I'm going through, other people should recognize. But the thing that you should recognize is that other people are going through certain things. Nobody cares what side of the bed you woke up on. The reason why I don't care about what side of the bed you woke up on, because I had my own side that I had to wake up on. I had my own trials and tribulations that when I open my eyes today, there's things that I'm dealing with. But I don't take that to other people and saying, it's just about me, it's just the way that I woke up, it's this. You go out, you put that face on of dealing with others, but before you're doing that, you make sure that you're 100% you and, embracing everything that it is about you, the good and the bad, whatever that you may be going through, and realizing it's not other people's faults. I'm not trying to get people to pay for or to make up for what's going on in my life. So I don't expect them to care about what side of the bed that I woke up on. Really, I don't even want them to know what side of the bed that I woke up on because I'm not dealing with them in that capacity. And that's what I'm saying. That's the same viewpoint that people have up about you. See, all too often, people have things that occur, and I understand sometimes it may be really heated things that you're really wanting to be stuck in that moment on, and you don't want to be pulled out. And you're really being honest up with yourself. But in being honest with yourself, you still, since you're having to deal with others, you still have to be fair with others. I mean, what you're going to make them pay for something that's not their fault? I'm going to share an example with you. This is a real life incident that happened with me. It was years ago. I was working this call center job, this insurance company, and I got up that day. I don't really remember the frame of mind that I got up on, but it just seemed like things were just bound to, be on a downward swing of things. I was headed to take my child to daycare that day, and I was coming out the subdivision, and the subdivision, since it wasn't a really large subdivision, it was only, the road was only big enough for, one car going one way and one car going another way. So I got behind this car where it was a second car. They were talking to the person in this lane. So essentially they were taking up both sides, both lanes. Now I had the choice to either sit there, or I could have been honking my horn like a madman, or I could have jumped the curb, especially since I was in a truck, jumped the curb, ran over into the grass, which, would have killed the grass, in the nice community, and went on around. So I chose to sit there and wait, and I waited patiently because I just, kind of felt like, okay, maybe they didn't look up to see that, somebody's waiting on them to move. So I'm sitting there looking. I see the person. They look up in the rearview mirror. They acknowledge that they, saw somebody waiting there. So I did begin to honk the horn. I didn't just lay down on the horn. I just kind of gently tapped it. So the person in the car, they did a hand jerky movement of go on around. So on this next part, I got out the car and foaming at the mouth, like a madman, I went into like this rage. So, you had this this immature incident happening because I'm just like, man, I'm paying all these fees to, be in this subdivision. I'm thinking about, mortgage. I'm up here about to take the kid to the daycare. This is a bill within itself. And you're just going to sit here and hog up both sides of the road, tell me to jump the curb and move around. I don't even know if you live here. So, I jump out. And I'm saying the things that I'm saying, so they move. I get back into the car, they move. So the situation escalated a little more. The person proceeded to attempt to follow me, hopped out again, And, just the ugly situation I wouldn't recommend to anyone. You stay in your car. You don't get engaged with the road rage. Anyways, like I said, this was many years ago. Nothing came of the situation. We didn't come to throwing any hands or anything of that matter. That person went on their way. So I went to work. Keep in mind, still went to drop my baby off at daycare. And if I'm not mistaken, this might have been, I was having issues with the daycare or the person that was watching my child at the time anyways, because sometimes they were there, sometimes they weren't, as if, it was a Monday through Friday job, as if, oh, I got to watch your child today. So that was an issue. Anyways, I got to work that day. And since I had a morning shift, a lot of times people would be standing outside the doors waiting for them to open up the doors so we could, go on in. Well, as I was going in, I was holding the door because I'm trying to put on my, best behavior despite what I went through this morning. So I'm holding the door open, and this one guy, I still remember. He was a big dude. He was nice. From what I saw, seeing him around in the workplace, he seemed nice. He seemed outgoing. So he was waiting for me to go on in. I'm clearly standing, on the side of the door, holding the door for him to go in. And he was like, his gesture was like, well, are you going to go or me? And I remember, I really remember on how the way that I was, was with the guy. I swiped my hand as going through. Like, basically I'm saying when so many words with my face, like, you see me holding the door? Go on through the door. So he went on and he didn't say anything. So after I went into the workplace and the day had settled down, keep in mind, all of this stuff happened in the same day. So as I sit down, I'm thinking about it, I'm like, man, what a jerk move. I didn't say anything to the guy, because like I said, I didn't know him. And when I see him around the workplace, I would try to, because, I felt bad on what had happened. So I would try to kind of like gently, speak or halfway smile to him. Hey, how you doing? And he wouldn't acknowledge it. He would just like look away and he would go on. And his attitude was kind of like, man, you better go on with that. And I just kind of thought, man, you did it to yourself. He doesn't know what side of the bed that I woke up on. Meaning, he doesn't know that I had just gotten into this, this incident in the subdivision, going through this with the daycare. He didn't know. And it was none of his business. He shouldn't have to know. For me to sit up to be, supposedly doing this good gesture, opening this door for him, and me to be swiping, come on. Like, what's your problem? Get on through. So that was like a relationship that was, as far as I'm concerned, I guess it was forever ruined, because me and him never had a relationship. So, and anybody knows with the call center, there's a couple hundred people there, but I don't like I don't like having interactions like that. So the point that I'm making is, he didn't care what side of the bed that I woke up on. I mean, I guess I could have went to him and, talked to him. That could have had its own thing on the way it played out. So it just brought me to this topic of this video today when I thought about it, where it's just like, nobody should have to. You should be, trying to exercise that love, that patience, that humility, that forgiveness for one another, and just trying to, be better to your fellow man. So that's just what I wanted to share with you today. Food for thought. That was just a horrible example from something up off of my past that I had to learn from to be able to give you all the video that I gave today. In the meantime, while you're thinking about, ways that you could be better and hopefully wake up on a better side of the bed than I did that day, check out a book I've written. I Am Kilimanjaro's The Arithmetic of Family Communication. I will leave a link in the description box. In the meantime, if you have questions, you can hit me up at my email, aim.kilimanjaro@gmail.com. I'll do my best to answer your question in a video. Okay? You can also follow me on my other social media, Facebook, my Facebook business page, Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, on the whole nine. So, and all links are for all of those in the description box. Okay? So until next time, stay encouraged, avoid being discouraged, don't get in any road rage incidents. If something pops off, you stay in the car, keep on driving. If at all possible, drive to the nearest police station. Keep a cool head. Mother always told me something, and I try to live by this, but like I said, we all have human moments. It takes two people to act a fool. Meaning, go ahead and have the cool head. Especially if you're dealing with a fool, have a cool head. Don't be quick to react. I just wanted to share that with you. Okay, till the next time, stay encouraged, avoid being discouraged. My name's Ayin. You have a good one.